So this spot right here is 42nd Street in Miami Beach, and this is about 2.7 miles away from my house where I live, and this is one way. So walking back is going to be pretty close to 6 miles round trip if you walk from here back to my house. And then as you can see here, this part of the path turns into like an actual boardwalk with wood and all that. The other part of the boardwalk is all just like brickwork and like concrete pavers that they have throughout the whole boardwalk. So this is the part of the boardwalk that's all brick. You can see the whole ground looks just like this the whole way back to my place. So part of the reason I like coming out here late at night like this, it's like 10:30 at night right now. It's practically empty out here, first of all, and I don't really like crowds. And the other thing is I'm a night person, you know? I'm up late at night. Every night I'm up till like probably anywhere between 1:30 a.m. and 3 a.m. Sometimes even later than that, if my mind won't stop running. And this is a really important part of my day because I come out here, I'm a night person, it's late, it's not really many other people out here. It's a lot cooler than it is daytime, at least a good 10 degrees cooler anyways for Florida. It's still pretty fucking hot, but you know, it's Miami, what are you gonna do? But I'm not complaining. Why? Because it still feels great out here. There's just a tiny, tiny little breeze. You can hear the sound of the waves. And look, it's just me. Sometimes I like it like that. It can be fun. You know, especially like with how busy our lives are nowadays, this is like super important to just come out here and feel like still. You know, if I'm alone like this, sometimes I will listen to like podcasts on my phone while I'm doing this, or music or something, or sometimes I'll just listen to nothing and enjoy the quiet, because as you can see, the only noise out here right now is the sound of my voice, unless you can hear the very, very quiet waves rolling in just over there. That's the beach. Probably can't see it, but it's there. Yeah. And what is there to complain about? It's like breathing fresh air, peace and quiet, you know? This is when your mind is able to relax and stop thinking about all of the shit that's been going through your mind throughout the day, because if you're anything like me, my mind runs all the time, and that's part of the reason why I'm up so late sometimes, because I just can't stop thinking. So this helps quiet the mind down a little bit and get into that more relaxing phase, so when I get home I can hit the couch and feel good. You know, the other thing is like people just can't stand to be alone most of the time, and that hasn't been me for a long time. You know, growing up in Belvedere, Illinois, and on top of that, living in the middle of nowhere and not even living in town where I can like walk to my friend's house or anything like that, I was like isolated for a lot of those years, you know, home alone after school until my parents would come home, which is like a few hours later or whatever. But then even once, you know, they were home, it's like cooking dinner and doing the daily routine, just like we all have to do as adults, you know. So even though they're there, it's like you're still kind of alone and you don't have your friends. And when you're young, those are like the number one people you want to hang out with, right? Oh, and by the way, in case you're wondering why the lens is like so blurry, it's not because it's nighttime, it's because it's like 100% humidity because I live in Florida. So yeah, anybody out there who's thinking about living in Florida, just keep that in mind. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good. But right now, it's not so bad. Another thing I wanted to mention while I'm out here is that I'm really thinking about starting to publish videos on Mondays and Fridays instead of Mondays and Thursdays. And the reason is because sometimes I want to throw out a bonus video for you guys, and I feel like doing that right in the middle of the week would be perfect. So Monday and Fridays for sure, and then every once in a while a bonus video on Wednesday or whenever I see fit. But then that way it gives me the chance to like throw in that extra video in the middle of the week, and it's not like one day after another, I'm publishing videos every day. So make sure you're subscribed if you want to see that.